Colorado will soon become the first state to accept cryptocurrency to pay state taxes.
Meanwhile, some are getting rich off of Bitcoin and others like it. And at least one Colorado Springs business is supporting the technology that makes crypto possible.
KRDO News Channel 13's Josh Helmuth explains the risks and rewards in our special report, Crypto in Colorado.
Tucked away in this Woodland Park neighborhood
Nice to meet you, John.
sits a brand new home.
Come on in.
John Ratcliffe finished building it in September, a first floor entirely for guests,
It's like its own house.
with a Harry Potter themed bedroom for kids that sleeps 6.
Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff.
The main level has a fireplace that's also a work of wizardry,
Fireplace got a little out of control on us.
an upper deck patio,
We've got quite the Pikes Peak view, as you can see.
an elevator that takes you to a third floor, entirely dedicated to entertaining.
It also plays Chopin.
It's John's 5,000 square foot dream his wife calls Bitcoin Manor.
How much is Bitcoin responsible for this?
100%, yeah.
100%.
100%, yes.
John invested 15 grand into Bitcoin in 2013 when it was worth just $100 a coin. Last November, it peaked at over 65,000.
So if I go based on what I paid for my Bitcoin originally, this entire house cost me, I think it was around $5,000 or $8,000.
Like most of us, John initially blew off Bitcoin. But with his video game engineering background, he did a little more research. Less than a decade later, holding on to that investment has really paid off.
I would just say many millions. Not many millions, let's say multiple millions. I always felt when I first got into Bitcoin that the biggest risk to Bitcoin wasn't that it gets hacked, that the software doesn't work. That I never considered any of those risks. The only risk I ever felt was the government will just declare it illegal at some point.
But it appears many governments are embracing Bitcoin. The countries of El Salvador and Central African Republic have made it legal tender. And Governor Polis just announced Colorado will soon become the first state to accept crypto for tax payments, as he attempts to make Colorado the crypto hub of America.
Things like that are signals to the industry that we are accepting of this type of technology and want this technology to be part of Colorado.
So what are the possible downsides of cryptocurrency? Well, in most places, you still can't walk into a store and buy something with Bitcoin. And if you do invest, expect a lot of volatility, like we've seen recently. It's also been a popular choice of currency on the dark web.
You know, some people, they may hear cryptocurrency and they immediately think scam. What's your response?
I think the scams are what make it into the news, into the headlines, but there is a lot of blockchain and crypto that's being used for good and for social impact.
Yev Muchnick is an attorney from Denver who's been specializing in crypto since 2016. She's used crypto for good, raising more than $20 million in crypto to help her native country of Ukraine.
You have groups, decentralized groups from all over the world that have come together, have raised crypto capital, crypto funds, and have been able to deploy them almost instantaneously into the hands of those that need it.
And that kind of open-mindedness towards crypto is happening in Colorado Springs.
I'm going to be shocked if we don't have more and more blockchain companies trying to grow here.
Exponential Impact is an incubator in the Springs that supports companies emerging on the blockchain, which is a decentralized network that verifies all transactions across millions of computers, essentially making it unhackable. It's technology that makes crypto possible, and it's a dramatic tech shift similar to what we saw 30 years ago.
I would call it just like the internet was, it was emerging technology back in the early 90s, right? But it was inevitable. And there was a crash in it for a little while, but ultimately it fulfilled the dream. And I think that's going to be the similar story of what evolves in blockchain.
At the very least, it sounds like Bitcoin may continue to be a smart investment.
Bitcoin will likely rival the market cap of gold, which means we're looking at 10x from here. Everyone should own some Bitcoin.
Josh Helmuth, News Channel 13.
You believe in something and you stick with it.
Woodland Park.
Sure is tempting when you see a house like that. If you'd like to invest in Bitcoin, two popular exchanges include Binance.us and Coinbase. Fidelity Investments also announced last month it will offer Bitcoin as an investment option in its 401k plans later this year.